So the Environment and Public Works Committee is looking at the bill now. The Senate climate bill, it's called the Clean Energy Jobs and American Power Act, and it was introduced on September 30th. And Harry Reid has said that the Senate will have time to debate this bill on the floor in early December. So actually during Copenhagen, the first 2 weeks of December, when President Obama and our own Reid Arano and
Who's really behind it, Gina? Who's really behind it and who's really opposed to it? What's going on the debate around that bill?
Right, so Senators Kerry and Boxer are the lead authors of the climate bill, and there is a collection of strong climate advocates in the Senate who are supporting the bill, but then we're seeing opposition from Republicans, as to be expected, but we're also seeing a lot of opposition from coal state Democrats, so West Virginia, some Kentucky, Mitch McConnell's in Kentucky. We've also seen Senator Jay Rockefeller and Senator Robert Byrd, who are both coal state Democrats.
I'm surprised to hear that out of Rockefeller, actually.
Yeah, he said that he will not support this bill. He publicly said that, I believe, just the day after the bill was announced. So he was one of the earliest folks to come out and say no. And it is strange because he was the guy who introduced the first public option amendment into the Senate for health care, and now he's saying he won't support climate. So you can definitely see the influence of the coal industry on our senators as regards
Some people
climate.
are a bit tired of industry in general. Have you noticed the pullouts in the U.S. Chamber of Commerce? Just this last week, Apple pulled out saying, you guys deny that there's climate change and we can't stay with you anymore.
Exactly. We've been really pleased to see so many high-profile national businesses publicly stating that the Chamber does not speak for them when it comes to climate. And actually one thing that we're working on putting together this next week is a collection of businesses here in Minnesota who are Chamber of Commerce members, but who do support strong climate legislation.
Really?
We're organizing.
Do you have any examples right now?
Yeah. We will have speakers from Conservation Technologies in Duluth, as well as Perkins and Will.
What is some conservation technologies?
They are an energy efficiency construction business. They're based in Duluth, and they are strong climate advocates. I mean, energy efficiency is their business. They know that we can save a lot of energy, and we can build better, smarter businesses that are going to save us money and save us energy costs. And we can do it by creating jobs here at home, too. I mean, no one from another country is going to be able to retrofit and weatherize our homes. Another business, Perkins and Will, a green architecture firm that's nationally known. We have a representative from that organization who will be speaking with us on Wednesday, and we will hopefully have representatives.
What's your Wednesday event now?
It's a teleconference call with members of the press and these business organizations, and they are going to be, once again, echoing this message that the Chamber of Commerce does not represent them in their position on climate, and the Chamber does not speak for all businesses. In fact, the Chamber is really something of a dinosaur when it comes to climate change. They won't even say that it's actually happening, and what we're seeing is that so many companies on the state and national level are forward-thinking. They know climate change is an issue, and they know that we can address it intelligently and progressively. And
on next Wednesday, I'm going to go see Lord Monckton, so I'm kind of busy.
Okay,
He's a climate denier. And he was in the Thatcher cabinet. He's actually one of their principals, and they're celebrating his arrival at the Free Market Institute.
Oh, that does not surprise me. The Free Market Institute, they recently sent out an email recruiting organizations to become organized against cap and trade in the states. So
exactly their issue. They think that will kill the economy.
Exactly, and we know that this is one of the biggest opportunities that we've had in the last several decades to revitalize our economy, to jumpstart our economy, create new jobs in the manufacturing sector.
It seems like it might be a dead-end economy, even if you extend it. One of the things that we've noticed about Big Stone 2 is that they began to question its economics. That they said we could actually build this plant for a third of its cost if we use natural gas instead of coal. But the coal people were on board so strongly. Apparently it's a 200-car train that says you need to burn coal somewhere. And so it seems to me like they're subsidizing this plant somehow. Because how else could you justify the economics of that?
Well, the federal government has been subsidizing fossil fuel for decades at this point.
Shocking.
And what we're saying is that it's time to actually support clean energy technologies, because right now more people are employed in the wind industry than in coal mining in the U.S.
Really?
Yes.
And it seems like such a better future. When I hear my Congress people here support this idea of Big Stone 2, which I've found, I always think, how much coal is in Minnesota then? Because what is it doing for our economy? Big Stone 2 is actually not going to send us much power. It's going to the west.
Right.
However, the air is coming right here.
Yeah. Minnesota gets almost 50% of its electricity from coal-fired power plants, yet we are a state
That's a hidden thing to, I think, most Minnesotans.
Most Minnesotans do not know that. But
Where are those coal plants, Gina?
There are, I think, 3 or 4 operating large-scale coal plants.
Is Black Dog one of those plants?
Is what?
Black Dog, isn't that the lower Xcel Energy plant in the Mississippi River bottom, Minnesota River bottom?
Yes, I'm not exactly sure where it's located.
There's also one right on the University of Minnesota's campus in Minneapolis.
You burn coal too at the U. Great. Huh. And look at the inroads that other colleges and universities in the state have really tried to make in green. What are those 2 examples that we can say that they're St. Thomas, right?
St. Olaf College in Northfield.
I haven't seen that one yet either.
They both have wind turbines on their campus.
How many wind turbines are down there? 2?
They each have, 2 wind turbines, 2 large wind turbines.
I have to take a look at that.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And then Laura is a student at Macalester. Do you want to speak briefly about
what's going on in Macalester?
Sure. Macalester has a lot of really exciting things happening. We have a small wind turbine that produces something like less than 1% of our electricity, but more exciting, there's a lot of energy efficiency projects going on campus. We have an entire fund, a revolving fund in which the school and students invest in clean energy.
Why do you think that happened? Who was the real impetus behind that? Was it the students?
It was the students, as
really?
well as with really strong collaboration with the president and with the faculty of the college. And so we got initial investments from Macalester College student government and from the president, and those investments have then gone into invest in renewable energy projects and energy efficiency projects, and the returns go back into the fund. So the fund is growing. I think we're right now at over $100,000.
Really? So you mean being green didn't cost you anything?
Well,
it actually made you some money? Yes, but it actually sort of pays off
but
usually.
But at the end it paid off, yes. And so right now that fund is growing. We retrofitted one of the buildings, and I think they invested something like $500,000, and it paid back in a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Macalester is really seeing that energy efficiency works on our campus.
I'm glad to hear that these places are doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm an Oli. And I actually, I say good for you guys. Okay.